Hey, today I want to talk to you about protecting the surfaces that you work on. As you're working with slips or underglazes and you want to continue working around the surface of a piece, this will help you out a lot. It will also help you out in the transportation of your work. What I like to use is a cheap can of hairspray, and it seems to work really well. So the hairspray, to protect it, is really great. Like if I rub it really hard, it's not going to come out. I wouldn't scratch at it or anything, but look, it's not smearing it. Whereas if I didn't, that would just be gone. It would just all be all smeared together. So all that painting, all that surface work would all be gone. If I wanted to think about my piece, which you should always think about, these are three-dimensional objects. You know, if there's a handle, then there's other compositional elements, but the composition of this piece shouldn't just be one-sided thing. You know, I want to work on the rest of it, and while I'm working on it, this one's bisque. You can do this with greenware too, and use that hairspray so you can fix that area so it doesn't smear. This can work so you can then work over here without, you can lay it on your lap and it's not going to smear. And that's a really important thing, to protect all that work you put in. So the only problem is like when I spray that hairspray on, it might overspray and it'd be harder to do that surface work. So I like to take, you know, a piece of paper or a piece of cardboard. I'll take a piece of paper and I'll lay it, so I won't lay it on the image, but I'll lay it where I don't want the hairspray to go, right? And I'll just pinch it on there and just hold my hand on there, and then I'll spray it, and then this area over here won't get any overspray. So that's just bringing up ways that you can work with that. Is great. All right, so other things with resisting that you can then use for subtractive techniques through the slip are things like painterly lines or shapes with shellac. So you can't do that. We could a little on bisqueware too, but on greenware, if I had an image like this, and let's say I just wanted that area to be raised off the surface, or a brush line, or just her head here to be raised off the surface, and I just did the head first, okay? I could do the head, paint it with shellac, let it dry overnight, come back to it the next day and use a sponge, and I can get that clay to go down. I could sponge away clay. With groggy clay, it's not as great of a technique to use because you pull up a lot of grog by removing all those fine particles. But with like a porcelain like this, it works really well to create different depths. With something this thick, you can't go too deep, but you could think about translucency and everything with that technique. And I'm gonna do a demonstration of that technique also. So you'll see a separate video demonstration of that. But I'm just bringing up the fact that there are many resists to work with. In this case, I can also think about tape resist rather than just the paper. And I can do tape resist shapes on bisqueware, and I'm gonna show a demonstration of tape resist also. It's very similar to the paper resist, but paper resist only works on the greenware, and tape resist only works on bisqueware because the tape doesn't stick to the greenware. So there's these different ways. So like, you know, use pinstriping tape or thick tape or stickers, and I'm gonna give a full-blown demonstration on that next. All right, I hope the hairspray idea is something that adds again to your toolbox, and think about it when you need to think about it, all right?